All right, thank you for joining us today. This is Trevor. I am the owner of Zero Down Solar. Excited for the opportunity to explain the at-home appointment setter position with all of you today. This is our website, zerodownsolar.net. And obviously, since you're working at home, you want to know that you're working for a reputable company. So I'm just going to pull up BBB here, and you can see Zero Down Solar. We are in Arizona, and we do have an A rating with the BBB. All right, so this is a work at home position for all of you here. The great thing is that solar's on fire due to the fact that we can help homeowners actually get solar installed with no upfront costs. And then these homeowners are actually just simply paying for the solar power by the month, just like their utility bill, only cheaper. So over the life of the system, the homeowner actually will save tens of thousands of dollars. So we're actually showing people how to be able to utilize the money that they're paying today to the utility company and shift that over into solar so they can actually save money day one. Now, you're not actually selling anything over the phone if you are an appointment setter for us. What you're actually doing is simply informing homeowners of the opportunity for them to be able to save on a bill they already pay. For that, you're just explaining that they can instantaneously save by going solar. Your job's just to make sure that they would benefit, number one, and number two, that they would potentially qualify for the actual solar program. Then if they do, you just set a no obligation solar consultation where we go out and we go over an energy savings proposal with them. We just show them, here's what you're paying your utility provider today. Here's your savings day one if you decided to go solar. And then here's your savings over the life of the actual solar. And we are showing people tens of thousands of dollars in savings over the life of the system. Now, this is an awesome opportunity because we actually get to help the earth go green. We get to help homeowners save money. And at the same time, we get to be able to make some green as well. We get to make some money. You get to work your own hours. Now, there are some requirements to be an at-home appointment setter with us here at Zero Down Solar. First of all, you must have high-speed internet connected to a laptop or desktop computer. You must have cold calling experience. The reason being is we have so many people applying for this position. We do have training. We do provide you with scripts and rebuttals. We also listen to your calls, and we do work with you on a one-on-one basis. But unfortunately, we just do not have the time to train somebody from beginning to end on outbound telemarketing, and we have so many people that do have experience. At this point, we're just not ready to take on somebody that does not have experience in that area. You must have a headset or be willing to buy a headset. I do recommend the H390 Logitech headset. It's about $39. Now, if you do not have a headset, you can go out and buy one. If you keep the receipt and you send that in to us after your first sale, we will reimburse you. You also must be willing to work a minimum of 10 hours per week. Now, like I said before, you get to work your own hours. So it doesn't matter to us if you work 10 hours in one day or 2 hours each day. It really doesn't matter. We're just requiring 10 hours per week for multiple reasons. Number one, we do pay a user fee for every one of you that are on the actual dialer platform. And also, we found that if you don't put in a minimum of 10 hours per week, it's really hard for you to stay consistent on the phones, learn the actual scripts and rebuttals. So at some point, it becomes second nature for you. If you're on for a week and off for a week, it really becomes difficult for somebody on your end to be successful. You also must have a U.S. bank account. If you do not have a U.S. bank account and need to be paid by PayPal or MoneyGram, you'll pay for the fees out of your commissions, okay? We do use Paychex as a payroll company, and we do offer direct deposit for the payments to you. You also must be computer competent. We're a sales organization, not a technical support company. I apologize. Internet and dialers and Dropbox and Skype and all these things may be new to you. We just personally don't have the time to spend an hour or two teaching somebody how to be able to utilize these tools. We want to focus our time on sales because that's what we do. We're really not we're really not technologically savvy per se to be able to, teach somebody on the other end on how to be able to run these programs. So you either need to go out and find training, or you need to be able to pick up these programs rather quickly. There's nothing, difficult in these programs, and that's why, we do make that a requirement that we don't have to be able to, train you for long periods of time on the dialer. We do have a video that's about 25 minutes that pretty much teaches you everything that you possibly need to know. Currently, we're selling solar in the state of Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California. So we have plenty of territory that we are selling in. So lots of opportunity for everybody to be able to make lots of appointments with us. Now, the most important part, I know that's why you guys are on the phone, is to be able to get paid for this position. So let's go over the compensation. First, we pay $100 per qualified appointment that is ran by our sales team. If the appointment cancels or does not qualify, obviously you won't earn the $100. Basically, you make the appointment, we confirm it, we go run it, you get paid $100. If it for some reason cancels between the time that you make the appointment and we're supposed to go out, then at that time we would need to reset that appointment in order for you to receive that $100. If the appointment does not qualify, meaning we listen to each and every appointment, we have a quality assurance team. If we listen to it and the homeowner states that they do not have one of our qualifications, which I will go over, then at that point we would notify you that they do not qualify, and the appointment would not qualify at that time. All right, there's also obviously sales to be made. And so for sales, the first sale of the month is $100. Your second sale of the month is $300. Your third sale of the month is $500, and your fourth sale of the month is $1,000. We want you guys to stay on the phones, obviously. The longer you guys stay on the phones, the more appointments come to us, and obviously the more sales that we can make. And so we want to incentivize you to keep making appointments and keep bringing in more sales. So that's why there's a scale on the sales side. We run bi-weekly payroll, and it's processed on a Wednesday so that you get paid by that Friday. This means you'll be paid on all appointments that are ran up until Tuesday of the payroll week, and all sales that are past their 10-day cancellation period will be paid on that payroll as well. All right, so what can you expect? What are the averages? Our average rep makes a minimum of one qualified appointment per 2 hours on the phone. This means if you work for 10 hours on the phone, you should set 5 qualified appointments for the week. Now, how does that work out? Usually 60% of the appointments hold and 40% cancel for multiple reasons. It may be that they call in and say, I realized I checked my credit score and it isn't 680, or you speak to the husband or wife and the spouse decides that they don't want us coming out to the home. For whatever reason, it doesn't really matter, but the numbers over the 4 years that we've been in business is that 60% of them stick and about 40% cancel. Now, if they do cancel, but they still qualify, we work those leads, we try to get them back in the system, and we try to get them reconfirmed. So what this means, if you make 5 qualified appointments, we will run 3 appointments, which for qualified appointments, you would earn $300. Now on the sales side, we close 30% of the people that we sit with. So if we go to 3 homes, that means that we'd make 1 sale. All right, so if you do this for 4 weeks and you make 4 sales, you would make the following as an example. So over a month period, you'd have 12 qualified appointments ran, which you would be paid $1,200 for. Your first sale, $100, second sale, $300, third sale, $500, and fourth sale, $1,000. So in total for the month, you'd make $3,100. That means that you worked 40 hours and made $3,100, or $77 per hour worked on the phone. So if you actually put in more time, if you worked 40 hours per week, that's actually $12,400 over a month. Now, you could say, why do you guys, is this real? Do we pay this much? And the fact is that we do pay so much because this is cold calling, okay? This is a grind. It's not easy to call outbound to homeowners. Okay? But again, if you're stick to the numbers, you only need to get 1 appointment for every 2 hours on the phone to make that $77 per hour. but you are going to hear a lot of no's. That's just the reality of it. This is a numbers game. So if you can't handle rejection, this opportunity is probably not for you. I just want to be upfront and straight about it. That way, you know what to expect if you come aboard the team. You're going to hear a lot of "I'm not interested," "no," people that may not qualify. You might get sweared at every once in a while. I mean, that's the reality of telemarketing in today's market. But there are plenty of people that are willing to speak to you. The great thing is they're all already paying an electricity bill. So you're not calling about something that they're not already paying for. And when they say, "Is this a sales call?" I immediately say, "No, this is a savings call." So there's ways for you to be able to overcome this. So if you can keep your eyes on the prize and stay committed, you will make that one appointment per 2 hours and make great money from home. All right, so what are the homeowner qualifications? First of all, they must have a credit score of 680 or higher. If they tell you they're at 670, if they tell you they're at 678, they will not qualify. Just keep them on your list and maybe call them about a month later. At that time, maybe their credit's a little bit higher. They must have an income of $40,000 or more. So again, this is a barrier that can't be broken. It can't be $38,000. We're giving you the bare minimums. Even people with both credit scores of 680 or higher and incomes of $40,000 have been declined. So we must have both of these. Also, no plans on moving in the next 5 years. And they must have no bankruptcy, short sale, loan modification, or foreclosure in the last 5 years. Now, other appointment qualifications would be if they're married, both husband and wife must attend the solar consultation. No exceptions ever. Okay, you will get people on the phone, a husband or a wife that says, "You know what, I make all the business decisions for the home. My wife wouldn't be interested. My husband wouldn't be interested to sit there." Well, it does not matter. This is our company policy. Both people, anybody on the deed of the home, must attend the consultation. They must not have tree issues. Okay, and we have Google Maps built into our system, which will show you, so this won't be an issue. You will be able to know ahead of time. They must be willing to set an appointment for a dedicated 45 minutes with a solar consultant for a specific time. So they must know that, this is very important. We're coming out to see them. Our reps might be driving across the city for over an hour to go to these homes. So when we get there, we want to make sure that this person's ready to meet with us and that they know that there's going to be, a consultation that could take up to about 45 minutes. All right, so we do have an online dialer platform that you work on. All you do is you get your username and password, you simply log in, and then you can actually make your dials. Now, this is what your screen would look like. First, up in the top right corner is the contact information. This is the person that you're trying to reach. So you're trying to reach Dan, but if a woman answers, I would just immediately say, "Is this Mrs. Marielle's?" All right. Or is this the homeowner at 19703 Sunset Meadows? That's where the contact information is. Then in the middle, you can see we actually have our script built right into the system. This way you guys can just read straight from it. Obviously, you want to make this your own, not sound like you're reading. So read through this many times so you become familiar. The questions that you do see in red, like, do you have any plans on moving or selling your home in the next 5 years? Is your household income above or below $40,000 per year? Those need to be read verbatim so that we can get clear answers from the homeowner. Down there in the bottom right, we have the lead details. This is where you're going to enter the information. You're going to put in the spouse's name, their average electric bill, if they have a $40,000 household income, no bankruptcy, short sale, foreclosure, all the questions that are filled out to the bottom right. Then up there, next to the solar script, you can see another tab that says satellite. You simply click on that and it pulls up Google Maps. You can see the home right there. No tree issues at all. So this home would be a great home for solar. Now, like I said before, we do listen to every single appointment for quality assurance purposes. So this would be all the appointments that were set and we would listen to these before we actually ran them. To be able to train you, we would share a Dropbox with you. It has recordings in there. We also have our scripting, rebuttals, training on the dialer, all the information that you need to get yourself ready on the phone. We like to use Skype while you're on the phone so that we can communicate with you very quickly and rapidly. Email is too slow. I get so many emails, you may not get an answer till the end of the day. But if you Skype me and I see that it's important, I'll answer right away. Like this one, a customer just told me she had a medical bill that was past due within the last 3 years, but it's now paid. Should I schedule the appointment? I said if they believe their credit score is over 680, set it. Okay, so I was very responsive to this person. What I'll do is I'm actually going to play a recording for you of a phone call so that you can hear what an appointment sounds like.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Is this Aura?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Mrs. Valadez. My name is Jennifer Lane, and I'm calling in regards to the San Antonio Solar Initiative. Just touching base with homeowners in high usage areas, letting you know that if your power bills are running over $125 a month, you may be able to go solar and reduce those bills by as much as 75%. And right now you can switch to solar and upgrade your home for less than what you are spending on your electricity bill. So we show you how to pay for the solar power monthly, just like you do your electric power, only much, much cheaper. And it saves homeowners money on day one and tens of thousands of dollars over the life of the system. Do you believe that you're paying more than $125 on average for your electricity?
Yes.
Okay, what would you say the average bill is?
Like 225.
Okay. And now, is that taken into consideration? I mean, I'm sure, is it a lot higher than that in the summer?
Yes.
Okay, so, and then lower in the winter, so it averages out to about 225?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm really not sure because my husband, the one that takes care of the bills, I don't know. I'm just saying that about, giving you an idea, but I don't know. And he's not here right now.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, if you think it's your average of 225, it's actually $100 over what it would need to be per month for you to begin to qualify for the program. And it definitely sounds like you would benefit from this. Unfortunately, not every home qualifies, so I do just have a couple of questions. Probably most important, are you planning on moving or selling your house anytime over the next 5 years?
No.
No? Okay. And because they would be installing, or we would be installing the solar at no upfront cost to you, they do require that you have a credit score over 680 and total household income of at least $40,000 before taxes. Is your credit score 680 or higher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the total household income is at $40,000 before taxes?
Yes.
Okay. And you haven't had any bankruptcies or foreclosures, anything like that over the past 3 years?
No.
Okay. It does look, Mrs. Valadez, like you would definitely benefit from this and would qualify. So what we do, if you're open to it, is set up a no-obligation energy consultation. It takes about 30 minutes, and we show you an energy savings proposal. And this shows you, here's what you're paying today, here's what you would save day one if you went solar, and here's your savings over the life of the system. That way both you and your husband are educated in black and white, specifically what you would save if you decided to go solar. So would you be open to us coming out to the home around your schedule to explain your savings and the program?
Well, I just want to make sure that there's not going to be any cash upfront because we just remodeled our kitchen and our bathrooms. And there's no way we're going to be in the debt.
Oh yeah, no ma'am, there is no upfront money, and the neat thing is, you'll be paying by the solar power, paying for the solar by the month, but your household bills, your power bill is actually going to decrease. So you're going to see a drop in your monthly budget, and there is no out-of-pocket money. And that's what, program director comes, because every house is individual, different. So they come out there and they actually will go over your personal power use, what you're paying now, what you would save, and here's the savings over the life of the system. And that's why we ask for the credit and the income, because again, they're installing it at no upfront cost to you. So you're not going to write anybody a check, no money's going to come out of your pocket, and your monthly budget is actually going to decrease instead of increase. And again, it only takes about 30 minutes for them to, demonstrate the savings and show you, exactly how much money you're going to save by going solar, starting with day one and then, over the long term. And obviously, if it's something that makes sense to you financially, you would go ahead with it. If it doesn't, obviously you wouldn't. So there's no pressure. We just want to educate you on it. And the reason that I'm actually calling you about it is because of the rebates, incentives, and tax credits that allow it to be done with no money down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, is morning, afternoon, or evening what's best to try to get the two of you together?
In the morning.
In the morning, okay. Do you have some availability tomorrow morning, or would you prefer Saturday?
Probably Saturday.
Okay. And Saturday they start at 10 o'clock. Is that a good time, or you want it a little later?
No, that's fine.
10 a.m.? Okay. And your husband will be there with you?
Yes.
Okay. And what is his first name?
Mike.
Mike. Okay. And, okay, so we have you down for Saturday, the 27th at 10 a.m. They will do a confirmation call. Is this a good number to reach you on, or is there a cell phone?
Yeah, this
is the best number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so yeah, we'll set you up for Saturday at 10 a.m. And now if they come out to we come out to the home and show you a savings day one without using any of your own money, which I know is a big deal to you, and can save you tens and thousands of dollars over the life of the system, is there any reason you can think of that would prevent you from moving forward?
No other reason. The only thing is, like I said, no money up front. Yeah.
Right, no money up front. Don't have anything to worry about with that. We'll give you a confirmation call probably on Friday just to confirm that it's still set. But we do look forward to showing you that savings proposal Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, great. We'll see you then, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so you can hear how she sticks directly to the script. And Jennifer, this was actually her first month, and she made $4,000 in her first month on the phone with us. So if you feel like you can manage the grind and stick to the script like Jennifer and want to work at home as an appointment setter for Zero Down Solar, then obviously we'd love you to join our team. You can email the person that recruited you aboard that you want to move forward, or simply fill out the form below this video and also put in the person that recruited you so they can get credit. If you would like to learn how to also become somebody that helps recruit more people for our team, we do have a separate video for that you can possibly do that with us. But first, we do like for you to get on the phones and set some appointments. That way you can build the proper expectations for anybody that you do recruit for our team. Again, I want to thank you for the opportunity to present to you. I hope to work with you guys on a one-on-one level. We have a great team inside of my office to help you. Obviously, the better you do, the better my company does as well. So we build a great foundation to be able to help you be able to create the best opportunity to be successful on the phone. Thank you so much.